county is giving the city of Sarasota responsibility for 5 parks it can no longer afford. Now the city is scrambling to find a way to pay for their upkeep ahead of the final approval for this year's budget.
Commissioners are considering a property tax increase to pay for the parks. If you own a $200,000 home, this would mean $18 more a year. ABC 7's Taylor Torregano is live at Arlington Park and Aquatic Center. Now, Taylor, is everyone on board with that tax increase?
Jacqueline, Scott, they are not. Just last week, the commission voted against this property tax increase, directing staff to find somewhere else to fund this $900,000 it will now cost to maintain these parks.
It's a beautiful park, and this is part of what makes Sarasota so beautiful, is having pretty places like this to come to.
So beautiful, Amy and her friend Tish are capturing Payne Park on canvas.
Gonna do a plein air painting of the pond and the lily pads and maybe some ducks, and we'll see what comes into view.
The two come here weekly, and Tish swims at Arlington Park every day. This is how she found out that both of these parks and 3 others will now be the responsibility of the city of Sarasota instead of the county. All 5 cost a total of $2.1 million to operate and maintain.
The county has given us $881,000 for transitioning funding for the next 3 years, and the difference between those is $915,000. minus the revenues we're expecting to bring in also.
The 5 parks also include Centennial Park, Ken Thompson Park, and the Sarasota Lawn Bowling Club. But where will the city find the money to pay for them?
There's some talk of maybe not funding body cameras and police car cameras, but that's only $250,000 that we were putting aside to kind of get that program started, because that wouldn't cover the entire, but that doesn't cover the entire deficit.
Which is why staff proposed a property tax increase to cover it, but the majority, including Commissioner Hagan Brody, voted against that. He says the city is already expecting $5.7 million in tax revenue from the rise in property values, which should be more than enough to cover this $900,000 deficit. The mayor says simply she disagrees.
We still have a lot of things that we're trying to fund in the interim that have been put off. So we would have balanced the budget without the addition of the parks.
And this discussion is far from over. This upcoming Monday, commissioners will revisit the topic, voting again on if they should raise the property taxes. Then the final vote will be the following Monday. I'm live at Arlington Park. Taylor Torregano, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.